Hi everyone. As you know, I'm Orang, and welcome back. This is going to be our second episode, and I'm fairly excited. We got a good question in today from one of our people. This is actually from one of my good friends, Cactus, and he's asking, how do you stay motivated for long periods of time? It's not just for a week or two, but staying committed to something or finding that motivation to keep at it again. And I guess that's a really hard one, is the problem. There's no good answer for that when it comes to doing something, creating something, being there constantly ready to be doing stuff. It's super, super difficult. Something that I tend to lean on when it comes to motivation is, what is it going to look like when I finish that? When I finish that product, like once I'm done with the thing, what's going to happen once I'm done? I mean, who am I making it for? What am I like? If I'm making something, who am I making it for? Why am I making it? What's the purpose? That's the biggest question. You always have to question, it's the biggest question that you got to answer is, who are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? And why are you doing it? That why, once you figure out that why, everything makes more sense. That, like, why, what, and when. All those W questions, why, what, when, who. Once you figure those out, that's the big one. And you also gotta tell yourself that you can't base everything off of, like, oh, but this one person would really like this. You gotta look at a wider audience. Like, if it's just one person, you're gonna be a little miserable when it comes to, like, making something. I mean, I know that because I really wanted to be able to just make something for one person, and yeah, I couldn't do it. Making something for one person is super difficult. Or making something just for yourself, that's even worse. Especially if you have a really poor, like, self-worth. If you don't feel like you're really worth it, that it can get really difficult. And I don't even think that you should be, saying that who you're making it for should be yourself. I think that should be the last person you're doing something for, is yourself. Unless it's like mental health issues, that's kind of like, yeah, you should be doing that for you because a lot of times that mainly affects you. But I don't think that really counts in this, like, question of motivation. You know, when you're thinking about motivation, it needs to be, why are you doing something? What for? What are you accomplishing doing this thing? And for me, I tend to find that in the reaction of my peers and my family. For me, whenever I do something, it's to interact with my peers and family in a way that I haven't before, or to show them something that they haven't seen before when it comes to, my creative side. Like this entire Endeavor with YouTube, this is a whole new thing for me. I have been in the content creator space for a little while, but never in the way that I am with this now. Because being a YouTuber is so interesting, and it's all about drive and motivation. The moment you're not motivated to do something, it just loses all value, and you just kind of stop wanting to do stuff. That's what I found. That's what's happened to me on multiple occasions when it comes to, like, creative endeavors. Like, I mean, I'm writing a book. That's already something that takes a lot of time out of me and a lot of energy out of me when it comes to what I want to make, what I want to do. It eats up free time. It makes me, it eats up just everything in general. I can't do a lot because I'm writing this book, but it also is like, it's so fulfilling because I get to write something that I know a lot of people are going to love, like truly love, not just, oh, I like it because you made it. No, I like it because it's good. Or I like it because I've been waiting forever for this to be a real thing. And, that's important. That person's getting eaten alive. Um, but really, motivation is all about the who, what, when, and why. So once you find that, then you're good to go, really. You just need that to be something that you really, really value. And for me in my book, it's my friends and family. Because my family has been waiting for me to make something like this for years since I started writing. And with YouTube, I did stuff like this, but it was just pure audio, as like, I guess venting before. But now I do it as possible side career. And also, I want to say, the last video did really, really well, and I am so glad. I'm so thankful to all of you. And that has only boosted my motivation. Seeing positive reception is huge. But you can't expect everything to have positive reception. You gotta lock in a little and realize that not everything is going to be received well, and not everything I make is received well. A lot of the ideas I have are bad, like actually bad. But everybody realizes that in the end, I'm going to come up with something greater. I'm going to come up with something that's actually good, that's actually valuable, that people want to hear about, want to see come to fruition. It's all about, knowing your limits and not allowing the negativity of some things to hamper you. Because the moment you let it start hampering you, come on, it's the death of fun. Once you start letting negativity or like people drag you down, oh, it's the worst. But also realize you gotta let people criticize you. I wouldn't be where I'm at with how good I am at writing if I didn't, take criticism. Because criticism is the only reason I'm good. Genuinely. I got told so many times that I was actually like a terrible writer back in the day. And now that I've looked back on a lot of my old work, yeah, I agree with them. I was. But now I'm not. And now I actually, care about my work, and I've been working on it a lot and trying to make sure it's good and enjoyable to the masses. Like, I'm trying to tell new stories that have never been told before, new ideas that have never really been explored. And it's super fun, is another thing. Having fun with what you're doing. You need to enjoy what you're doing. Like your hobbies, your side projects that require heavy motivation, you need to love them. Because that's the big one. Is love is the main way that you can understand things. Because the moment you don't love something, you shouldn't be doing it. Because love is such a huge driving force when it comes to creation and art that if you don't love something, why are you even doing it? You know? Why are you going out of your way to make something that you don't love and you don't love to death? If you don't love it to the point where you couldn't, if you don't love it so much that you couldn't imagine a world where you weren't making it, like, that's worded really poorly. If you love something so much, then you should not allow yourself to think about a world where you didn't make it, where you didn't take the time to create something like that. And that's how I am with this. Because without these videos, who else is going to do what I do? Who else is going to be the person that is doing old school YouTube where you just ask questions and they get answered by some guy on YouTube? Who's going to do that? Riddle me that. Who's going to do it? I'll tell you who's going to do it. Jay Schlatt. Jay Schlatt does this as well, and I would recommend his videos. Those are what absolutely inspired me. But you know, you need to realize that in the end, you are the person that's going to do what you're going to do, and no one else can do what you do. So do what you do, make what you want to make, and be Like, be proud of it. Love what you make. Care about what you make. You know, it's not that hard to care about what you make. I guess the hard part, really, is, I guess, not caring. Because the moment you stop caring, then really, like, what are you making? If you don't care about what you're making, then you shouldn't be making it at all. Really. Yeah. That's just how I think about it. You know, honestly, just love what you make, know who you're making it for, and go out of your way to make a timeline of how quickly it should take you to make it. And you're golden. You're set. You got your why, got your who, got your when, and that's a good thing. It's a really good thing. So just love what you make and continue to make what you love. Because if you do that, then you're golden. And honestly, I guess that's really all I've got for you guys today. Just love what you make and continue to love what you make because love is the driving force of so many things in this world. And I want to see more love in this world. And if that can come from viewers like you who send in questions like this, even better. But you know the drill. I've been Orang, and you can submit your questions in the whatchamacallit, in the description below, because we have a subscription service that, well, not a subscription service, we have a way that you can submit questions and I'll answer them like I did with this one. This was a viewer submitted question, of course, by one of my friends, but still a viewer submitted question. So I can't promise that I'll get to yours right away, but I know that one day I will. So I want to try to answer everyone's questions. But, that's a little ways out. So continue watching, continue enjoying life. I'll be here for your next question next week, every Tuesday. That is if you're in America. I don't know. I don't know when this video is gonna go up, but it's going up on Tuesday. Last week's video went up on Monday night, for me at least, and that was a little bit of a fluke. I just wanted to get it out there, get it rushed out, But every Tuesday there'll be another video, and I hope you enjoy. I'll see y'all next week.